He's Stonebraker and he does stuff, yeah. Feel the hum of the wheels out there. Not perfect, but he dares to dream. Hit that subscribe, make that bell scream.
What's up, YouTube? Stonebraker does stuff. Want to talk about a spur of a moment video. This is definitely one of these videos. So some videos you plan ahead, you think, hey, I'll talk about this, I'll talk about that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. This is not one of those videos, but sometimes these are my favorite videos when I just get the urge to ride. Doesn't matter what time it is. By the way, today's date is Wednesday, May 20th, 2026, and it is 8 p.m. So it feels fantastic to say 8 p.m. and it's not darkness out, completely making me feel like I've been in darkness for hours and hours. Still got about an hour left of sunlight. It's really cooled down a little bit, but I just got done from watching some softball down at the park. Went and had me a quick little dinner, a couple of turkey sandwiches, and I thought, you know what, I've got an hour. Let's see if we can get a video in. I don't know when this is going to be uploaded. I'm probably not going to edit it tonight, which means more than likely it probably won't be uploaded tomorrow. Maybe this will be uploaded Friday. I have no earthly hell idea. But what I want to talk about today, and I'm on the Nomad 2, not the 2X, excuse me. I'm on the Velotric Nomad 2, and we're probably hit 100 miles on this bike, which I've had it a little under a month. It's not a lot of miles, but when you factor in, I've got 3 other bikes, it's not bad. It's still pretty impressive. Still love the bike. Right now we're in eco mode, cadence. Just going out for a quick little ride here. I will try to keep this video, fingers crossed, under 15 minutes for you guys. Maybe less than that. Who the hell knows? But I do know one of the reasons I just kind of promptly came out and was like, let's make a video real quick, is I am currently sitting at 799 subscribers. It may have changed by the time you see this video, but it keeps going back and forth. I cannot seem to hit that 800 mark. So if you're watching this and you've not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. What I wanted to talk about is I've had a few people asking some questions about like my accessories and if I would leave a link down in the description of my videos about where I get all my stuff, and I will do that eventually. I'll have to figure out like how to put a template or something so that way it's in all my videos, so that way I don't have to type it in every time, because that is not gonna happen with me. So we will see about that. But for this video, I just wanted to go over, I think I've got 8 or 9 different items, and I just had another bug in my mouth, disgusting, that does not go good with the turkey sandwich that I just had. But I've got about 8 or 9 accessories. These are the accessories that I will buy on every bike. And I've got screenshots where some of the screenshots you can see where it says I've bought it 15 times. Some of them I bought more than what it shows, just because I bought, like from a different caller, a different seller that was selling it, but still the same items. So we'll start off with the one item that I recommend for pretty much any e-bike. And it's funny that I say for any e-bike because this e-bike, I don't have it, but a Cloud9 seat. So I've heard people online talk about their favorite seats. It typically boils down to the Cloud9 and one of the Blue Winds, like this one right here. Now, I bought a Blue Wind maybe 3 months ago for one of my bikes just to try it out, and I hated it. Granted, I don't think I spent a whole lot of time trying to ride it, use it, but I don't think I would ever like that. So yeah, I can't recommend the Blue Wind personally, but these Cloud9 seats are really good. I don't know, they're typically like 40 bucks. I believe that's what I paid for it. And that's a little high. You could probably get some cheaper seats out there, but Cloud9 has never let me down. So if you're wanting a saddle, most e-bikes, and I say most because this one I'm riding I would probably say is an exception. But a lot of the e-bikes, the seats that come with it, just they're not good enough for me at least. So Cloud9 saddle, 40 bucks is one of the first things that I will always buy. And then of course I've got to have my side mirrors, my bar end mirrors. There's so many different versions of these you can buy, and I've had different versions. I've had tall ones, I've had ones that are a lot bigger left and right. But once I discovered these Briskmore mirrors, I have stuck with these just for a few reasons. First off, they're relatively small compared to a lot of the other mirrors you get. Really small, but you can position them in many different angles. And with them being the bar end, of course you can see it now, but a lot of times you can put them just right where you're not going to see much of your shoulder. You're just going to see what's behind you. So they tighten really good. I've not had any issues with them coming loose. And trying to look at the price here, at 15 bucks, which they're on sale now for 15 bucks. They might be a little bit more when you guys are seeing this, but I don't think you can go wrong spending $15 and getting really high quality mirrors. And then of course the one that I bought more than any, and it's gonna say I've only bought it 2 or 3 times, what you're looking at, but the Gub phone holder, this thing is fantastic when holding phones. Every video that I've ever made, if you see my cell phone attached here, it's on the Gub phone holder. And besides the one video I made a few months ago where I didn't have it inside of it all the way, I have never had any issues with it. So I like how it just has the bottom piece right here. You don't have to see the edges sticking out. I know there's a lot of other options out there that can do the same thing that the Gub can do, but I just like the look at this. And of course you can rotate it, you can move it left and right. It's not going to go anywhere. So, and at 19 bucks, I don't think you can go wrong with it. So every bike, I will go with the Gub phone holder. If you're looking for a phone holder for your bike, e-bike, your great grandma's unicycle that you're borrowing for a wild weekend, 19 bucks, get the Gub phone holder. And then something that I've kind of started recently on maybe the last 3 or 4 bikes is buying these pedals. So this is not necessarily specific to this brand, but I have kind of started specifically purchasing, I think it's pronounced Gewage pedals. So these are available in so many collars that you're bound to have a collar that's going to match your bike, whether you want to just put it black or if you want to try to match the collar. And they're super thin, and the little grips on them that tag onto your foot, your shoe, they're fantastic. I never thought about buying pedals, but once I bought these, it's kind of I need to have them now. So these are 30 bucks. Now, there are cheaper ones out there. So like I said, you're not just kind of tied to this brand, but I have not had any issues with this. So, I'm willing to spend the $30 on it because I know it's going to last me. And we've got some damage here on the trail. Big tree down. Need to get the city boys out here to clean that up. This broke a record for most bugs swallowed in one sentence. I just swallowed like 4. Oh, that was terrible. And then this is something that I'm specifically on the Velotric, one reason to show you guys these hand grips. So the next one that I probably think that I will buy on most of my bikes, if they do not come with the style of hand grips, is these top cabin hand grips. So these are like the fake leather style. I don't know if you guys can see, there's the stitching there. It's got the palm rest for your hands. It does have end caps as well. So if you are going to put in the bar end mirrors, you can just pop off those end caps. You don't have to make a cut. You don't have to rig it up. Easy to take them off. And if you like the feel of the leather grips, as opposed to the rubber ones that come on a lot of these bikes, these are a really good deal. $13. They tighten really nice. They're not moving on me. I've not had any issues with them getting out of place. So I feel like if I buy future bikes and they do not come with this style of the fake leather, this is probably going to be a must buy for me. So $13, even if it doesn't work out, for 13 bucks, you know, it's nice to have a set. My new favorite front bag, I've talked about this bag for a while now. It can go on the front of the bike like I have mine, or a lot of people can actually put it like on front of the bike, so it's not facing out towards the light, it's facing towards you. This is the Rhino Walk handlebar bag. I've purchased so many different handlebar bags, and some of them were good. Some of them I felt were really cheap, and they felt like a duffel bag where they weren't keeping their form and they were folding up. This Rhino Walk handlebar bag is fantastic. It's got a lot of secure points where you can secure it onto your handlebars. It's actually got some on the sides too that I actually cut them off because I don't need them, but it stays the shape. You can fit a whole lot of stuff in there. The zippers work perfect. You don't have to worry about them like falling off or getting caught. There's a big area and then there's a little small area in front of it where you can put stuff. So if you're like me and maybe you don't want to have like a big rear rack bag, or you don't want to carry a backpack to just put a few things in, this is a great option. And at the price, I believe this is currently at about $24. So another item that cost-wise is, you know, relatively a pretty good deal. So I completely thought that was my mom right there. Thought it was my mom and my niece. So lady I just waved at, sorry, I kind of waved at you awkwardly. I was gonna say something, good thing I didn't. That would have been a little bit embarrassing. But let's take a left right here by the school. Kids have one more day of school, so tomorrow's their last day. So the juvenile delinquents are gonna be running the town starting tomorrow night. But, you know, back to what I'm talking about here. So this next one is another item also that I'm not specifically saying you have to purchase this one. There are cheaper options. You could go to Walmart, but buy a power bank. So I buy a power bank and I use it like I'm doing right now to charge my phone. I put the power bank inside of the Rhino Walk front handlebar bag. I set it there. I never have to mess with it. It could be in there a week and a half before I even need to charge it again. So the one I have is 20,000. I think it's AMH or MAH. I would recommend though that if you are going to buy one of these bags, make sure it's 20,000. You can get them cheaper for 10,000. I think there's even 5,000, but 20,000 is where you want to be. And you know, these are going to be probably anywhere from $20 to like $60. But the one that I use quite often is I think it's pronounced Jovi power bank. And this one was $33. So it's a little bit on the higher end. Again, you're not limited to that one. I wouldn't say this is the only one, but I can speak from experience. It charges pretty quickly. It seems to last a while, and it is the 20,000. So I would recommend that at $33. And then one of the new additions, I don't have it on this bike, but on the bikes that I'm going to be, you know, looking for drink carriers and things like that, is the Kimimoto drink holder. I've had it on 2 bikes now, $24. I had it on the Hay Bike Ranger and I had no issues with it. And I recently purchased it and I put it on the Hinox Trooper X. So it's got the gator grips. It's got really strong grip. You don't have to worry about it falling off. You can also buy other things similar that are like a Velcro version. And sometimes, you know, the Velcro can come undone. These gator grips are firm as hell. Like a 1980s, you know, Suzanne Summers Sweat to the Oldies video, firm as hell. So I really don't think there would be any need to get anything other if you have the ability to put it onto your, you know, your stem or somewhere on your bike. That's $24. So again, not the cheapest option. But also not the most expensive. So you add all those up, you're looking at about $198 if my math is to be trusted, which if you ask my 3rd grade teacher, it's not to be trusted. So, you know, before tax, after tax, you're looking at around $200. All right, yeah, told you, gonna be a quick video. I think it's a quick video. I don't even know how long the video's been, but this is just a little video to get out here, kind of just let you guys know that these are the items that you're gonna see on my bikes. These are the items I recommend. You can watch all my videos and you can see the items in action. So this isn't me trying to sell you anything. This is me telling you that these are what I use. These are great. And if you're looking for something, I would highly recommend them. But anyways, guys, yeah, again, 799 subs as of this video. So, you know, that one sub would be fantastic. Get me that 800 mark. But always, guys, thank you for spending your time helping me waste my time on the Velatric Nomad 2. I don't know when this will be uploaded. Hell, maybe I'll get a motivation to edit tonight and upload Thursday. If not, you know, you'll see it when you see it, and I'll see you in the next one.